this video, you'll discover the facts about the scientific research supporting pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. And scientific research means well-designed research experiments done by independent scientists and published in established scientific journals. It doesn't mean so-called studies done by particular manufacturers to support the claims they make about their products. It's common to hear that electromagnetic fields, also known as EMF, from cell phones and microwaves and other things like that are harmful. But the Earth has an entirely natural EMF field. It comes from the lightning strikes that are happening all around the planet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's one of the foundations of all life on our planet. Plants, animals, and people have lived in this field as long as there's been life. It's essential for all living things. In fact, NASA discovered astronauts in space got physical and even mental ailments because they were outside this natural EMF field. And many other research studies verified people need this natural EMF to be healthy. Unfortunately, today people on Earth get sick because we insulate ourselves from this natural EMF. We're not outside in nature very much at all. Instead, we spend our time in buildings and cars made of steel. And we're bombarded by the unnatural, harmful EMF from all the electronic devices that are part of our modern life. It's the electronic version of smog. Of course, NASA couldn't allow astronauts to get sick in space, and they spent millions of dollars looking for a remedy. They discovered that creating pulsed electromagnetic fields, like the Earth's natural EMF, solves the problem. And the entire medical field of PEMF therapy emerged from their initial research. So far, over 10,000 dependable pulsed electromagnetic field research studies have been done. Over 2,000 of them were double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. They've proven conclusively that PEMF decreases pain and inflammation, promotes deep, relaxing sleep, increases energy and vitality, improves flexibility, strengthens bones, heals tissues, regenerates nerves, enhances immune system functioning, and much, much more. In fact, PEMF therapy is approved by the FDA for treating bone fractures, healing wounds, reducing swelling, and treating depression. It's a fantastic new approach to medical treatment. Here are just a few of the things discovered in independent scientific research. The natural EMF of the Earth is called the Schumann resonance. It has a frequency around 7.8 Hertz, depending on your location, and an intensity of 1 picotesla. Both the frequency and intensity are extremely low. Doesn't it make sense to use natural frequencies and intensities in PEMF therapy devices? Your brain has natural frequencies too. Delta waves are from 1 to 4 Hertz. They're associated with dreamless, totally rejuvenating sleep. Theta waves are from 2 to 8 Hertz. They're associated with dreaming sleep and deep meditation. Alpha waves are from 8 to 21 Hertz. They're related to relaxed, focused states of mind. And beta waves are from 12 to 30 Hertz. That's normal waking, thinking, problem-solving consciousness. Doesn't it make sense to make PEMF therapy devices with EMF frequencies the brain responds to? Research also shows specific tissues in your body benefit from particular frequencies. For example, nerves are regenerated at 2 Hertz. Bone growth is stimulated at 7 Hertz. Ligaments are healed at 10 Hertz. And microcapillaries are repaired between 15 and 20 Hertz. There are many others. Doesn't it make sense to include those frequencies in PEMF therapy devices too? Different branches of science point to a magic earth, mind, and body pattern consisting of low-intensity frequencies under 30 Hertz, the kind that the planet has been producing for eons. Doesn't it make sense to design PEMF therapy devices using these magic frequencies and intensities? Research proves the cells in your body are like miniature batteries. There's a voltage across the cell membranes. It's literally energy in your body, and research shows these cross-membrane cellular voltages are lower in sick people than in healthy people. PEMF therapy increases cellular voltages and improves health. And two of the most basic things that your cells do is take in nutrients and get rid of toxins. PEMF therapy increases the ability of cells to absorb nutrients and oxygen and eliminate toxins and wastes. That makes you healthier too. Blood cells tend to clump together. That's known as the Rouleau effect. It's difficult for these clumps of blood cells to move through the extremely tiny microcapillaries. That means it's hard for nutrients to get to every single cell in your body. PEMF therapy breaks up the clumping and lets more nutrients get to the cells and more toxins be removed from the cells. Doesn't it make sense that makes you healthier too? To sum it up, by increasing ATP energy in the cells, improving the transport of blood throughout the body, and improving tissue and neuron regeneration, PEMF therapy can produce remarkable changes in your overall health. However, you must have the right EMF signal. And here's what the NASA research proves about PEMF waveforms. Rapidly rising and falling waveforms, square waves and sawtooth waves in particular, are the best for healing. Sawtooth waves can be modulated by the frequencies ideal for specific tissues and organs in the body. And most importantly, sinusoidal waves really don't work well. NASA also discovered that static magnetic fields have very limited benefits since there's no EMF at all. They discovered low-intensity EMF works better and faster than high-intensity fields. In fact, there are international standards limiting the strength of safe electromagnetic and magnetic fields. The DIN in Germany says EMF must be below 400 microtesla, and the IEEE and ICES in the United States says EMF should be no higher than 1 to 2 microtesla. That's significantly lower than high-intensity PEMF therapy machines. High intensity can actually be dangerous to the point that the original high-intensity PEMF device was outlawed by the FDA. It's a complete myth that high-intensity PEMF penetrates the body better, and you can easily disprove that yourself with an ordinary Gauss meter. Don't be fooled by high-intensity claims. Less really is more, and supersize me just doesn't work when it comes to PEMF. But you're probably wondering why high-intensity fields are completely unnecessary. When it comes to treating the body, we're accustomed to using pharmaceutical and over-the-counter drugs. Think about it. How many times have you gone to a doctor who increased your dosage of a medicine when a lower dosage just didn't work? We're used to thinking of more is better. But today there's a new kind of medicine. Research confirms the body also responds favorably to information and energy. That's completely different than pharmaceuticals. Think of television. You love to watch your favorite sports, news, drama, and comedy programs. Those programs can get to you in different ways. One way is through high-intensity broadcast television signals. Signals that are in the hundreds of thousands or even millions of watts ranges. Another way is through low-intensity cable TV signals. Those are less than 1 watt. But your enjoyment doesn't depend on how many watts the signal has. What matters is the information in the energy signal itself. The programs are in the information, not in the intensity. And what matters in people is not the strength of the PEMF signal, but the quality of the information it contains. Your body reacts to the PEMF information and heals itself. The PEMF doesn't do the healing, it enables the healing. So, for PEMF to work the best, the signal must contain the best healing information, and it's clear from independent scientific research exactly what that is. The EMF frequencies must be below 30 Hz. The intensity must be less than 400 microtesla. The waveform must be a square wave or a sawtooth wave. In addition, it must contain specific frequencies beneficial to the brain, the tissues, the nerves, and the bones in your body. Now, some manufacturers design PEMF devices with different characteristics and claim they have studies that show their systems are better. But those studies were not done by independent research groups. The fact is that the only scientific research that is completely credible is independent published research, like the studies done by NASA. And one of the reasons we've selected the iMRS PEMF therapy system is that its design is based on this solid scientific research and is closest to nature. Listen to more information about why we like the iMRS in the second video in this series.